They're so beautiful.
There we go.
Nice long fish. That's because they're post-spawned.
Canadian Sport Fishing is brought to you by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha Outboards, reliability starts here. Dickies, guaranteed workwear since 1922. Lucky Strike, more fish bite with a Lucky Strike.
This is so nice. You know, Barb and I came out here to New Brunswick and we're fishing on the Miramachi River, and we've got Derek Munn, who's our guide, and we're doing some spring salmon fishing. Now, in the last 21 years, I've done a lot of salmon fishing in northern Quebec, in Labrador, and also in the Maritimes, but I've never fished for them in the spring. So this is when they're heading back down into the ocean. So the fishing is a little bit different because we're using sinking lines. Normally for Atlantic salmon, you're just allowed to use a floating line and a single barbless hook. But because we're fishing high water, the water's probably at least 6 feet higher than it will be in about a month or so. And this is kind of neat. This is a smaller fish, and I understand that they vary in size. You can get some fish that are right up to 40 inches and even over. And I'm just trying to hold him in the current here. He doesn't look like he's hooked very deep, which is good. Now, Derek, I don't know if you want to just try grabbing him by the tail. If he gets off, it's fine. He's just hooked in the snout. I'll try keeping his head just out of the water. And I'm trying to guide him in close to you. You did that so expertly. They're so pretty. If you look, if you just hold them up, Derek, you can see how thin this fish is. That's because they're post-spawned. So this fish has spawned out and it's heading back down, and you can see how lightly I've hooked him just in the snout. I'm going to see if that hook will pop out very easily. So these fish, because they're done spawning, are starting to feed again. Boy, they're thin and long. Eh?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Okay, why don't we get him back in? Small male, and you'll see him. He won't take long to take off. There he goes. Beautiful. But you can see we've got a boat behind us. One of the interesting things is that you can see dangling off the front of it, the anchors are made up of chains. So it's actually a chain. And they weigh, from what I understand, about 40 to 50 pounds. So this is a very interesting type of fishing, because what we're doing, we're slipping the river. And we're not fishing out in the middle because there's such a strong current because of the high water. So with that fish, I was just casting to within maybe 5-6 feet of the shore, letting my shooting head go down, and then just letting it drift about a foot off the bottom. It kind of reminds me of steelhead fishing. It's a little cool, but as soon as we hook fish, we warm up a little bit.
Exactly.
Dickies, Sport Fishing Sweepstakes.
Okay, I was fishing the Bay of Quinte, was using a tail dancer in about 14 feet of water. I was casting towards the weed line, and suddenly I felt a pull on my line. Line on the reel came screaming off. After about 5 minutes of fighting fish, and it finally surfaced, and it was a huge walleye weighing 8.3 pounds.
We'd love to hear your fishing story. Go to our website and enter the Dickies Sport Fishing Sweepstakes. It's free, and you could win some great prizes.